right. It is me. It is the Cyber Warrior. This is Cyber Warrior Studios. And I know it is Security Happy Hour, and you're all here for our amazing guests. You are. That's what you're here for. But look, before we get to that, I want you to do me a favor right now. I want you to A, like this video, B, share it with everybody. Because look, I had a lot of people in the comments on a lot of different posts saying they were going to be here, and I don't see them in my counter, which means they need to show the fuck up right now. All right, that's what they need to do. Now, oh man, now my dad's here. This is going to get interesting. Look, anyways, I love you all. Let's get into it here in just a quick second. Oh, my dad is such a trip. He already showed up. Look, before we get started, I got to say something, though, real quick. That's the sound of a Security Happy Hour kickoff right there. So, with all that said and done, we got the amazing Rachel with us this evening. Rachel, how's it going?
Great. Awesome. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you. Look, we've got a lot of people that have been talking really good things about you. Most of them have already been on the show before. Let's see. We've got Miss Tarver, or Sacred Goddess, because she found me on, another platform. Javier Santos in the house. Andrea in the house. So many people. Let's see who we got. Hold up. My dad here. He said maybe he'll share it. It depends. Yeah, you do that, homie. James Driscoll in the house. Hello, everyone. Steve G. Good evening, guys. Let's see. ladies, we are in the building. Andrea has arrived.
Yes.
Akira Young, she's here. Javier Santos has arrived. Javier, thanks for joining once again. And, we got someone new. Lucy Chambliss. I don't know who you are, Lucy, but thank you for joining us this evening. Dad, we gonna be fighting. You never invited me to be a guest on your show. Bring your butt out to my bar and you can be a guest on my show. We'll do it in person, homie. So anyways, we are here for an amazing show. Rachel, before we get started, we all know the topic of tonight is all about, defeating that negativity, whether it's internal or external. That's going to be the primary topic. But before we get to that, give us a little rundown real quick on how you got into cybersecurity, because we got to hear your story, because everybody has a different one.
All right. I'll start at the beginning then, if you want to hear it.
Do it.
So adulthood began for me with the dream of wanting to be in the fitness industry. So I was starting my own personal training company, managing 2 fitness facilities, and I was training for my very first bodybuilding competition. I wanted to do figure competitions so badly. So that's what I was into. Like, my whole life was fitness. And I found out I was pregnant about 6 months out from the competition. So I was just about to start cutting, eating a really clean diet. Bam, I'm pregnant.
That's not good for pregnancy. I'm just saying. Just cutting and clean diets, probably not good for pregnancy.
No. I needed chocolate milkshakes, and I needed pickles on top, and all that. So clearly that wasn't going to work out. But like, everything changed for me in that moment. I just suddenly wanted to give my all to this little human entering the world. My priorities changed. I wanted to be a full-time mom at home, and I wanted to homeschool. So that's what I did. And I homeschooled and stayed at home with my firstborn little baby for a while. And I'm going to get vulnerable with you guys for a second. I came out as gay when I was 28. Mm-hmm. And that was a big surprise to my husband at the time. But
I would imagine so.
But he was really cool with it. Like, he was very supportive. We have an awesome co-parenting relationship, so I couldn't have asked for more. But we obviously decided to go our separate ways. And shortly after that, I met my wife, and now we're married and we have 2 more kids. I still was homeschooling, taking care of all of our babies, and I just really enjoyed it. I felt like it was my calling at the time for that really precious childhood that only lasts so long.
Right.
But I felt really privileged and lucky, and I also wanted my wife to experience that. So that's when I started thinking like I want to go back to school and I want to start my career. I knew I wanted it to be in tech because I've always been drawn to computer science, the tech industry, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. During my research, I
Right.
found out cybersecurity existed, and I'm like, hey, I can totally mesh my social justice values, wanting to protect the most vulnerable, with fighting crime online. So
There you go.
that's when I dove headfirst into full stack boot camp. And here I am today. Finally broke into cyber almost a year later. I did it. Yes. Oh my gosh.
It takes time and patience, but it's always worth it in the end if it's something you truly want to go for. And
Yeah. Yeah.
so finding that, and a lot of people I've noticed that are breaking in, that's what it comes from is I did all these other things, but realized that, you know, my passion has always been in IT, whether it's fixing computers or internet or whatever the case may be. You just kind of find it and you're like, you know what, let's go back and try this out again and see if it'll work out differently this time.
Yeah.
Because, you know, me at 36, I grew up, my first computer I fixed was like 7. I was probably 8 years old, maybe 9 when I broke my dad's computer. I mean, I don't know, Dad, fill me in. When did we start the Southside Sabres? I'm just saying. You know, it was like the first year they're starting it up. I'm getting on the phone with my buddy's dad going, Bob, homie, what does this error mean? It means you crashed a hard drive. Shit, don't tell my dad. Don't do it. Yeah, you're
Oh
old
my
man said
goodness.
you're old as dirt. If you're my dad, what's that say about you, buddy?
Nice one, Dad.
but yeah, so you know, for me, I came up with all of that and I loved computers and things like that. So for me, I always knew I was going to be doing all this stuff. Now I didn't know about security,
Mhm.
but I knew I was going to do IT. So with you, like what pulled you away from IT? Was it just your love of bodybuilding and fitness, or was it more this might not work out for me? Like where did you sway away from it?
Well, in high school, I was the president of the Technology Student Association, and I was on the robotics team. I was so deep into tech
You
club.
got me beat. I can't even say none of that. Keep
Oh,
going.
like, the building dragsters and the balsa wood bridges and all that stuff. But my dad was the technology teacher, technology and engineering teacher. So maybe that had a little bit of sway, but I was already into it. So no one pressured me. You didn't pressure me. And my peers voted me as president. So there was no teacher's pet stuff going on. Totally fair. But I went to college and I had a full ride scholarship to a local college. And I chose biomedical engineering as my major.
Nice.
During my second year of college, I had a really traumatic experience that put me into a really deep depression, and I couldn't wake up. I couldn't get to class, and that was so not me. Like I was super depressed, and um, here I'm gonna go get vulnerable again. But I lost my scholarship. I failed out of my classes, and I had to figure out what to do now. Um, and I was a good athlete too. I mean, I really enjoyed
Oh, you were a
athletics.
jockey nerd like me. Okay, that works.
It's so weird. No one thinks that goes together, but I really love tennis and cross country, and I was a dancer, and I did so
I
much.
did football, baseball,
Did
hockey,
you?
like you name it. I basically played it growing up, but after school, after sports, I was behind a screen and fixing computers and playing on console games to a T. I was the jockey. I didn't fit in with any group because the
Mhm.
jocks didn't want me because I wanted to talk computers, and the nerds didn't want me because I was too much of a jock. So, there was me
Yeah.
in the middle going, "Hey guys, I could tackle you or fix your computer. You figure it out."
Relatable. Well, so, I mean, that's when I decided, hey, I think I'll just start my own personal training business. I can help people that way, get
Yeah,
fit, feel good about themselves, work on their nutrition. This is what I want to do. So
yeah.
that's how I got redirected into fitness.
Which kind of makes sense because there are always things that come along in our lives that kind of screw us up along the way, right?
Yep.
Regardless of what it is, regardless of where you come from. You figure I went in the military. I left for the Air National Guard 3 days after I walked across the stage for my high school graduation. Now I got in IT, but security wasn't a thing, and so I didn't get into security until wireless networks came out, and I was like, I bet you I could break into this. Bet you can happen. And like that's what piqued my interest. Not, my buddies kicking me off of AOL with punters that should have, but I was kind of like, I'm not friends with any programmers. I have no idea what's going on here. It was wireless. And then I got in the army and tried doing it, and it never happened. So I continued to learn it on my own. But yeah, it's just crazy how things just you take different routes. I mean, I learned all of
Mhm.
electrical and broadcast engineering through the army. And
Nice.
so I could either rewire a circuit board or get you put on public TV by knowing all of the different plugs and everything else in the back. It's just the way things go. So it's crazy though. And I love the fact that you got in the fitness training though, because it does show that it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what your background is. You could take the person who is, it seems like they have never touched tech in their life, put them into tech, and they'll blow you out of the water. They will completely blow your mind with what they can do. As long as you put in the effort, which is what you've done to become a SOC analyst now, is put in the effort, put in the work, and make it.
Oh yeah. I love all
So
these
on that note,
comments coming in.
oh, they're crazy. I ain't even trying to keep up with them no
I
more.
know. I'm just reading them
My
now.
my
You
dad
guys are
left. He said got to
awesome.
go. So I love my dad. I do. He's in GRC. For those that don't know, my father, if you look him up on LinkedIn, is in GRC. Everybody always mixes up him and me and thinks he has certifications he doesn't have, or tries to reach out to him for him to do a job and calls me instead. And I'm like, oh no, you're looking for my dad. I don't do the GRC thing. I can. I just choose not to. But yeah, so I do. I love everything about that story because it actually brings up today's topic. Because when you're looking at it, when you're thinking about it, when you're transitioning from whatever career field, and it's got to be a hell of a lot harder from a fitness career field than some of the others, where you're going to face negativity. Oh, you're just a bodybuilder. You're just a jock. You're just whatever. What can you do? How can you do these things? And so you're going to feel this negative push. So was it you or someone else that started to turn around that negativity for you?
It was myself. Yeah, just I realized I had a lot of self-doubt, and I was probably my toughest critic and the one holding me back
Yeah.
from what I really wanted to do. So I had to work on that. And it would start with working on my self-confidence, loving myself more, believing in myself. That smashes that imposter syndrome that apparently everyone suffers from. If you bring up imposter syndrome, everyone's like, "Hey, that's me." Like, yeah, over here. I still have it, and I've been in tech for 100 years. Like, but yeah, apparently it's something that many, many people deal with.
Yeah, and it is, and it's one of those things even I myself, so many others have dealt with in their lives. And you get that self-doubt that creeps in. And so how much of that do you think that played a factor or that played a role with some of the negativity that I know you got from outside sources, right? So I guarantee you, the moment you started putting yourself out there on LinkedIn or any other social media platform of, oh, I know my shit, somebody else was like, no, you don't. No, you don't. This is wrong. You don't know this. You don't know what you're talking about. And so now you've got that self-doubt that you thought you had beat creeping back in on top of all their negativity. So was that something that you had a lot to fight with in order to really feel like you had a place here?
Well, when I decided to start posting on LinkedIn, I was already in a space where I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm determined. This is happening. And when I started receiving negative feedback, I framed it in my head as this isn't a me problem. This is a them problem. Like, I don't have the problem. Like, it's totally their perspective. And that has nothing to do with me. Their opinion has nothing to do with me. The way that they feel has nothing to do with me. So
Yep.
why would I let it affect my energy?
Yes. Yes. And that's exactly it, right? So when we look at it, and we talked about it today, I put out, I don't know how many posts today between promoting the show and doing other things, but it was all about that positivity and what we bring to the table. And you can't let other people's thoughts affect how you feel about yourself. Because
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, as much as there is good in humanity and there's good in the people around us, there's still going to be that negative that tries to creep its way in. And if you let that hit you and hit you in the heart and hit you in the soul and let it have an effect on you, then you're going to go right back to square one, which means everything
Mhm.
you've earned, everything you have absolutely deserved now means nothing because you've let someone who means nothing to you affect your life. And that is giving power to somebody when you should have power over your own life. You should control your own life. You should control everything. And if you're not doing that, then we have bigger issues because I can spread positivity. You can spread positivity. Andrea, sacred goddess, because I can't remember how to pronounce it in Spanish, and everybody else can spread positivity. But if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't feel it, then you're just gonna, everything's gonna affect you. Everything you do is gonna affect you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
And so I think that's where we need to get to a point of keeping our network in such a way. My network is vast. Don't get me wrong. We found that out, and we'll talk about that. We found that out this weekend about the idiots that have found their way to weasel their way into my network. But still, it is very vast, and it's because I want the ability for anybody to get a job. I want the ability for anybody to be found. Rachel, you've done so much just for my network. Andrea, Miss Tarver, I'm just going to say Miss Tarver. It makes it easier. Natalie, just everybody has found a way to where if it doesn't affect them, they keep it pushing and they keep going because it's not them. Because, like you said, Rachel, that's a you problem. You don't like me for me? Okay, then don't. Deuces. See you later. You don't have to like me for me. You really don't. I don't care if you like me.
That is so freeing when you get to that space where you just deflect. Like, okay, well, that has
But I
nothing to
think,
do with me.
and you're right, and I think that's part of our problem, though. So much of what we see in cybersecurity and society as a whole has been, oh, I care about what other people think about me. I care if they say the right thing, judge me the right way, think about me the right way. Who the hell cares what anybody thinks of you? Who the hell cares what anybody says about you? Who the hell cares about any of this? Be proud of who you are as a person and what you can accomplish. You are now a SOC analyst. You are working your way up the chain and gonna make it in this industry. And to sit here and let anybody judge you for being you, who the fuck cares? You are here, you belong. Let that negativity, let that bullshit, like down the
Oh,
duck's
yeah.
back. Just let that shit roll off. See ya. Out of here. I got nothing to say to you. Like, why do we let this stuff bother us? I do too on occasion. I've talked to Andrea about it. I have talked to my wife, talked to some other people. But why do you think we let some of this negativity bother us?
For me, what bothers me is that why would someone feel that that's okay to say? Or why would someone want to try to bring me down? Or why can't you see my heart? Why can't you see who I am? Obviously, through the internet, it's kind of hard to
I mean,
fully
I really did
express
just put out a
yourself.
video today talking about you. You can feel my energy and positivity through the screen. If you can't, we missing something
I can,
here.
yes. So, yeah, you're right. So, why can't you see me and who I am? Why are you hating? I don't
Right?
understand that. So, that frustrates me that someone purposefully is trying to bring negativity to me or just to the world in general. Because,
Yeah,
it's not just to me, they're spreading it to other people as well.
for sure. And it goes everywhere. And we see it a lot within our industry. But I don't. The problem is, I think we try to isolate ourselves into groups, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's women, minorities, BIPOC, you name it. We isolate ourselves into these groups, so we always think we have it worse. We have it worse than somebody else. When the reality of it is, and this is the way I see it. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the way I look. Maybe it's because of this epic beard. I don't know. But the way I see it is, it's the elitist assholes that are gatekeeping everybody else. Because in their eyes, it doesn't matter what the hell you look like if you don't have this cert, if you don't have this CVE, if you don't have this, if you haven't done that, you don't belong here.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, homie. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what you think because you're a piece of shit and you're just gatekeeping and being like, you got to make it on your own for 50 years before you can get here.
Yeah, I don't understand
Homie, you're
why.
25. What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't get that either.
but I think that's a lot of what we see is these
Mhm.
elitists that are like, they'll put because you're gay or because you're this or because they'll put a reason on it. But the reality of it is they're scared. They're scared that you're better than them. They're scared that you can do more than them. They're
True.
scared because guess what? No matter what the hell you do, take them to a CTF, take them into a SOC analyst, take them into a blue team event, and you are gonna whoop their ass. That is what they're scared of. Hands down.
Right. Because they paid for all of these really expensive certifications. They went to the premier college, which is awesome and great. If you have that opportunity, that's great. But there's no sense in looking down upon other people who have self-taught because
Yes.
it is very possible to teach yourself all of this information. It's a challenge, but it's totally within reason.
Oh, for sure. And me and fuck, you know what? He's gonna kill me for not remembering his name because we've had like some very, very Jack. Wait, where is it? Jack Hewitt. We actually talked about the same thing: certifications, degrees. Me and him were talking back and forth about this exact same thing. Not necessarily to the gatekeepers, but just is it worth it to go for a master's or a doctorate?
Yeah.
And he asked me, why do cybersecurity people go for a PhD or a doctorate? And I'm like, either A, their work's paying for it, or B, they're afraid to work in the field and they just want to do research their entire lives. Like that's literally, I see no point to going to school for that long in this industry. That logically that just makes no sense. It's a waste of money to me. But if you find value in it, go for it. But at that
Yeah,
point,
exactly.
your PhD and your doctorate, you're doing research papers, you're doing all these other things. Your hands aren't on the technology unless you're doing it in your free time. So at that point, I just see no value. But if you do, you, boo boo. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just saying. But before we continue, I got to say, I'm going to put this one up here. Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Network. This is my boy from Twitter. I've listened to his podcast. He has great insights. He actually brought someone in recently to be one of his co-hosts. He supports this show on Twitter and everything else as much as he can. Love this man. He actually promotes my Walk With Me podcast on a regular basis through Good Pods. So shout out to him. Thank you for being here because you showed up for a security show when you really didn't need to. So kudos. I love you, buddy. Thanks for being here. But yeah, it's just one of those things that you look at it and so many people talk down to us. It took me, I put 13 years in the military before I got medically retired. And then I still had to put more time in a bunch of other jobs with probably 8, 9, I don't know, anywhere from 8 to 10 other certifications before just this year I got put into management and leadership. Just this year. I'm not a CISO. I'm not in charge of like 30 people. Literally, my team is 4. Probably the best 4 people I could ever ask for, but still 4. And it took how long? With all the certifications. So certifications don't mean a damn thing in the career. Nothing. Work your way up. You've made it to SOC analyst. Andrea, I'm still looking for you to get a job. I'm waiting for you to send me a message saying, bitch, I got hired. I'm waiting for it. That's what she'll say too. Bitch, I got hired. Like, that's what I'm actually, she's probably waiting for me to hire her. I'll do that eventually when I get the job.
That's going to be a day to celebrate.
It is. It is. And Miss Tarver here, Sacred Goddess, she recently, I know she got a cybersecurity job. It wasn't necessarily what she was going for, but it got her in the industry. So kudos to her. Thankfully, she made it, and she is now working her way up the food chain. So love you for that. She is another one that has supported us ever since we brought her on. I'm very glad she's here. Let's see. Who do we got?
Hey, your dad's here. Guess what? My mom is here.
Whoa, is that Renee?
Yes. How'd you know? Oh, because she blew me a
only
kiss.
our parents will message us from Facebook.
That's
Way
awesome.
to go, Rachel.
Hey, Mom.
Mom is in the house.
Yes.
Mom, don't get mad at me for my language.
You're in trouble.
But we do have positively pursuing passion. Holy shit, I don't know who you are, homie, but thanks for being here. Imposter syndrome is huge in tech. Sometimes it comes from that feeling of not knowing, but really tech is always growing, so it should be expected to feel that way.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's always changing. You always have to be learning, always evolving and open to learning constantly. And I love that aspect about cybersecurity and tech in general, that I'm always going to be learning something new because it's constantly changing. Yeah.
For sure. That's one of the biggest things. You know, you see a lot of people on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on social media. I'm a cybersecurity expert. And anytime somebody says expert in cybersecurity in the same sentence, I quit. I completely block out everything else they say. Because it is absolutely impossible to be an expert in this industry. Now, you could take a subset, maybe a reverse engineer, maybe an exploit developer, maybe a SOC analyst or a SIM engineer. Pick your flavor. You want to take a subsection of the industry, okay. But the moment you say you are a cybersecurity expert, I no longer give a damn what you have to say.
Yeah,
because
it's
it
way
is
too
absolutely impossible.
Yeah.
I don't know all of GRC. I wish I did, but my brain don't fucking work that way. This shit. No. CMMC 2.0 just came out. That shit don't work. So with that though, we got to think of it this way. As of late, you have been doing really good silencing a lot of the negativity in your life. And I'm sure you've heard it. I'm sure you felt it. I felt it. A lot of other people have felt it. What have been some tricks that you've used or some tools that you've used or people that you've used to help silence that negativity?
Good question. I just, like with my posting on LinkedIn, I just try to let my positivity and my energy speak louder. I just try not to engage unless I just can't stand it anymore, which happened this week. And I had to engage because it just wasn't okay. I'm sure most of you saw that post that happened this week.
Let's talk about it. So what you want to
Mommy.
talk about, Rachel?
Hmm.
As
So
the great
y'all,
Cody Rose would say, so what you want to talk about?
uh, just this wasn't just negativity. It was just some hateful, sexist, not okay talk to a fellow cybersecurity peer who identifies as a woman, and she received a inbox from a man who said that the only reason she has met success in this industry, or no, what did she say? What did he
there's
say?
only so he said there's only 3 ways because she was trying to teach him how to kind of hack his way into a job. Meaning
Oh yeah.
there's ways to beat the system, the ATS systems, the certification systems, all the bullshit that's out there to prevent us from getting in the industry. And he said there's only 3 ways that people can hack a system or get a job in cybersecurity if they have no IT background.
Right.
And that
Cheat.
was they cheat, they look good, or they beg. All 3 are wrong, mind you. I'm gonna be honest with you. All 3 of those are wrong, and that's because, well, let's be honest. It's all about how you network, homie. It's all about how you make a name for yourself and
Mhm.
put yourself out there. Rachel's done it. Miss Tarver's done it. Andrea's done it. I
Mhm.
can't pronounce many of these names, but Deanna's done it. I can pronounce hers. So if you look at this, these people have done it. They're making a name for themselves. They're putting themselves out there. What the hell does it have to do with the way you look, if you cheat or if you beg? Because begging has nothing to do with it. Because I would give any one of these people in my chat a job right now because they have the passion for the industry. That's what matters.
Whew, it had me my blood was boiling. And I'm glad that so many of you in the chat stepped up and said something, because the original poster personally messaged me and was like, "Thank you so much for reposting." And it was just gratification to my heart to see all the allies standing up and banding together and not allowing this in the industry. So, yes, we did
Let's
great.
be fair. You hit that tag, you tagged me in, and I was like, hey,
Yeah, you jumped
let's
right
go.
in.
Let's
You
do
were
this
there.
shit. As soon as I saw that, let's go. Yes, Steve, we are talking about the Effie situation. That's who it was. I
Yeah.
don't know where she's at. She should be here somewhere. She said she was going to join, but regardless, that is the situation we're talking about. Now, mind you, the person that sent her those messages and or comments or whatever the hell it was, what they were on my website. I put them on under my Warriors, which Rachel, as soon as she feels the need to send me her why, will be on my website also.
I
But
had no idea. Are you kidding me?
it's
He
gonna happen. We'll figure it out. We'll work it.
no.
Look,
He
it'll
was
be a
one of your
co-opted one. We'll
warriors?
figure it out. You're one of mine. You're one of mine. We'll figure it out. Look, Miss Tarver, yeah, she took about a week because she's a perfectionist like I am. So don't get it twisted. You got time. We'll figure it out together. This is how we do things around here. So, but I look at it and I said, this dude just put in his why. I put him on my site. I felt like he understood my messaging and where I come from. He understood how you can beat the system and do these different things, because it's not necessarily beating the system. It's understanding that there are automations in place that are going to restrict you from getting to that person to look at your resume.
Yeah.
If you network, if you make your way in, if you do these different things. Wait, we got Adriana Harris here? Where's she at? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hold up. We got Adrienne in the house. I may butcher the shit out of her name. I love you anyways. Thanks for being here. We gotta put that up there. Hold up. Steve's also in a meeting. It's okay. But I look at these things and I'm like, there's so many ways into the industry. If you have the passion for it, you will find your way. If you have the drive, it may take 6 months, it may take a year, it may take 2 years. I got a buddy right now that I am trying to get him hired but unfortunately, I don't have the position. I can't bring them in. I got other people I want to bring in too. I'm trying to hire all these people, but I don't have the slots. So it's a matter of you got to find a way to market yourself so that people know who you are, which
Right.
means me and him are going to have a conversation, because other than chiming in on my posts, I don't see much shit from him. So me and him, we're going to have a talk. Cyber Panda, hold up. Hashtag Panda Gang. The Panda is in the house. We're just going to say. Meeting about last meeting are the best. Look, let's not, dude. I've done that. Thank you, Andrea, for welcoming everyone tonight. I need to make you a moderator because you're here every week. So that'll happen. You and Miss Tarver are going to be made moderators, and if Rachel decides to join in every week, she's going to be made a moderator also.
I'll do better.
I'll do better. I'll be here. Bang bang panda gang. But yeah, so I love this, because I got to be honest. I seen some of your posts. I seen what you've been doing, but it wasn't until people that have been on my show, my warriors, have started like talking to you, and I started seeing more and more and more and more, that I was like, I got to get Rachel on my show. If my family loves her, she got to be good. We're going to get her on. Like that's the way I look at it. And so this is where networking comes into play. Yeah. Because this show is about just breaking in. It's about getting rid of the naysayers, getting rid of the people that say you can't make it. Because guess what? I am a goddamn practice manager now, and I have you on my fucking show. So I'm just going to say right here and now, homie, you fucking made it. Yes. You're here. You belong. And anybody that tells you different, tell them to get bent or come message me. We can fucking go at it. I don't fucking care. Your family. That's how this rolls.
If you didn't see my break into cyber post, I don't have a degree. I have 0 certifications yet. I did attend a boot camp for 7 months, but I've not seen a job description that says boot camp on it. So technically that might not even be considered a credential. But hey,
I mean, people put boot camps on their JDs. Holy shit.
I know there's a lot of hate for boot camps. So
I love me a boot camp.
But I support Full Stack 100. They gave me such a well-rounded education and a great start into the industry.
So we got Miss Tarver and Adriana talking about the stick. It is my walking stick. Don't judge me, but I do tend to spin it around and do fun shit with it just because it's hilarious and people love it. But anyways, getting in without any certifications, any degree, see, that's the thing people don't realize. It's really possible. Hard.
Yeah.
Extremely difficult if you don't know how to network, how to put yourself out there, and how to apply and really convert your skills on a resume. Because no matter where you come from, you have transferable skills. So it can be very difficult if you don't know how to convey that in the written word. Which, Rachel, as you inform me, you are much better with written word. So me, I am much better with spewing random nonsense and just bullshitting until you believe me type of word.
I admire that though. I wish I had that skill.
But it's one of those things that you can make it work for you, and you can take it and you can work it to your benefit. And I think that's such an amazing feat, because I say I suck at writing, but yet everybody seems to be like, dude, this is spot on. I'm like,
yeah, you don't.
Writing.
That's just your imposter syndrome speaking. See?
I write
negativity.
Like, I see Mike Miller write these fucking essays, and I'm just like,
I know.
Homie, how do you do all that? And then I'll go in and start writing. I'm like, this is garbage. No one's going to fucking care. Let's send it anyways. Full send. Let's go.
I know good words. Yeah, his posts are always just beautiful.
I love my
yours are inspirational, man. They are.
Well, and this is where a lot of people don't understand is like you don't have to make a name for yourself in just cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Yes, my content, my brand is CyberWarriorStudios, but that's for you all. That's for the Rachels, the Andreas, the Miss Tarbers, the Cyber Pandas, the Adriennes. Adriana, I'm still gonna butcher the shit out of her name, but it's okay. She's gonna be on the show eventually. It's for all these people. That's where it comes from because this show is what I want them to see. But me personally, my brand is you can make it. You deserve to be here. And I'm gonna inspire the hell out of you and bring you all that positivity and tell you, fuck you, homie, shut up. We're gonna do this. Let's figure it out. We're gonna figure it out together. One way or another, we're gonna figure it out. What do you need? Let's knock this shit out. Like that's how I look at it. I don't need to post cybersecurity content every day. I don't need to tell you how to get a career in cybersecurity. I don't need to tell you what certifications to get, what boot camps to go to, what education to get, what companies are hiring. I don't need to tell you all this. That's not me. Me is you fucking belong here. You deserve a seat at the table. And if someone's going to deny you, fuck that. We got our own table now. If anybody denies you to my table, let me know. We're going to figure that shit out.
That's right. Yes.
And if they still deny you, they're getting a Spartan kick and they're gone. Now you're here. You could take their seat. Actually, not. We're going to be nice. We're going to move you down a few seats. You're going to be next to me. That's how we do shit around here. Like, there's no... When you talk about silencing the negativity, which is what this topic is, to me, it is personally looking at it in such a way that we've all dealt with it. Looking at it and knowing I've been depressed. You've been depressed. Andrew's been depressed. Miss Tarver's been depressed. Adrienne has been depressed. Jenny's been depressed. Steve's been depressed. All these fucking people have been depressed. They've all been down. They've all doubted themselves. They've all thought they don't belong. Natalie Baker, who I'm sure is somewhere hiding in the goddamn chat, has been depressed. We have all felt it. But guess what? We're all going to make it through. Because
Together.
You're not allowed to quit. You're not allowed to give up. And go ahead. Think you're going to give up and give me a phone call. Let's see how well that works out for you. Because I'll tell you right now, by the time we're done, you're going to be like, fuck, I could goddamn conquer the world. Let's go figure this shit out. That's how we're going to do it. That's how this goes. That's how you conquer negativity.
Yeah.
You surround yourself with the fucking positivity, and the people are going to tell you that you fucking belong.
That's right. And your people will lift you up. When you're feeling low, sometimes you just need a hand out and someone to pull you back in.
And
You
someone
need
to
to
tell
know.
you that you're fucking wrong. Let's go figure this shit out.
Exactly. Yep.
Because we've been wrong. We've all been wrong. For anybody that wants to sit out there and be like, oh no, everything I'm saying is right. No, shut the fuck up. Go sit down somewhere. You're not always right. Just like I'm not always right. I have had many of the people correct me. And I'm okay with that. I am absolutely okay with that because guess what? We can have a fucking conversation. We can be human beings and have a conversation, lift each other up. And when I'm an asshole, tell me a damn asshole.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
That's what your friends do.
Like
Your fellow
Rachel,
warriors.
That's what we should do.
Yeah.
That's absolutely what we should do is lift each other up, tell each other when we're wrong, tell each other when we need to get our head out of our fourth point of contact or fifth, whatever it is. I can't remember. But take your head out of your fifth point of contact and fucking let's go. Let's keep it moving. We got this. Because here's the thing. I can't make your path for you. I can walk it with you for a little bit, but eventually you're going to be on your own. You got to be able to figure that out. You got to be able to have that upbeat attitude and realize, you know what? I got this shit. This is me. This is who the hell I am. So that positivity, that silencing that negativity, no one can tell you to do it. You just eventually get there and realize you fucking belong. And most of the people, once they get to that point, they end up here.
Yeah, I hope we can all get to a place where we're just unapologetically ourselves and we realize that we deserve a seat at the table.
Fuck deserve. Build your. You deserve a seat at my table. Mine. Fuck it. Fuck everybody else. We're building our own. You're here.
That's right. That's
You
all
done
of
made
us
it.
here.
You're one of my warriors. You done made it. And you've got a weekend now to give me your why. That's all I'm gonna say.
I can't believe it. It's still surreal that I've done it because it's just been months and months and months of wondering if this next interview is going to be the one that seals the deal or man, it's just I was so excited to get this position because I could finally take a break because job hunting is so exhausting. It's around the clock. You don't stop. You're always thinking about it. I need a position. I need to support my family, but also I want to get my break in my career path that I dream of. And I finally feel like I can just kind of sit back and breathe. And
So what's your next target?
what? I just got my job.
Had to do it. Had to do it. I had to. Come on. You can't blame me. You can't blame
To be
me.
as good as I can be at this current
There it
position.
is.
That is my
I love
goal.
it. I love it. There it is.
I mean,
I
I got
had
them
to.
bouncing
I
around in
finally
there,
fucking made
but
it. What's the next goal? Fuck me. I don't know. I just fucking made it. What do you want?
I've been taking it day by day, literally day by day. And that's all I could do at the time. So now I have to kind of reframe it as, hey, look, I finally made it. Now you don't have to think about what's going to happen tomorrow. You're good. So let's start planning a little further into the future.
Yeah, and it is. You finally got there. Enjoy it. Enjoy where you got. Learn everything you fucking can. And every step of the way, tell people to shut the fuck up who say you don't belong.
Yep.
Fuck you, get bent. Like, seriously, what you need to do from now on is anybody that tells you don't belong here, your exact words should be, fuck you, get bent, go talk to the cyber warrior. Those should be your words because let's be honest, fuck them all. I don't care. Anybody who doubts you, go ahead, get bent. I don't fucking care.
I'll do that in my own style. My style's a little different.
I'm more of an asshole. So we'll go. I'm an asshole with it. You just make sure you let them know that you've been here, you belong, and anybody who has anything to say about it can come talk to me.
That's right. Yes.
I'll give them the Spartan kick and my fucking walking stick right in the face. Will be all right.
I'm glad you got my back.
Look, I'm broken. I don't care. That's why I got a bunch of different things. And it's the walking stick. That's how we do around here. But no, I love it. And I love everything about it because we have built this community. You're new to my community, but not new to the community. And that's the biggest thing is this right here is family. And we're always going to lift you up and we're always going to be there for you. We're going to have our down days. We're going to have those days where we feel like we don't belong. We're going to have those days when we doubt ourselves. We're going to have those days when we're sitting there going, fuck, I just want to give up. See you later. I'm out. But then you have the Rachels, the Andreas, the Miss Tarvers, my boy SARNAR. He's infinite improbability AI, but whatever. SARNAR is what I'm always going to call him. The Adrianas, the Steve G's. I don't even know who the hell he is on LinkedIn. And all these other people, they're going to lift you up. They're going to be there for you. They're going to tell you you belong here. This is where you need to be. This is where you'll shine. That is what is important. Because this network, this family, fuck that. Anybody in chat right now, you are family. And if you don't show up next week, those are fighting words.
Oh, Ray's here. Hey, Ray.
Yes, Ray is here. Cyber Panda is here. Everybody else, James Giles. Okay, I'm Giles. Whoa, look, we're gonna talk later because I know someone else with that last name, and I went to school with them. But this is what it's about. It's about uplifting each other, making sure we belong, making sure we're learning and growing, not only in the industry, but as humans. That is what I want us to get to. That is why I don't always talk about cybersecurity because I have the network. People know what I can do.
Yeah.
I want people to believe in themselves because you can do this. You do belong. Don't let no one tell you any different, not even yourself.
And that's where it starts. It starts here with you. So, yeah.
It all starts, all of it starts right here. Every single bit of it starts within you. And if you doubt yourself, if you think you don't belong, come talk to me. I'll put a boot in your ass. We'll do this shit like Red Foreman on that 70s show. Dumbass. I'll kick you in the ass, and then you'll start believing again. Whatever it takes, we'll figure this shit out. Yo, if we talking warrior ethos and the army values, there's a reason I still smoke. They tell me I'm not allowed to quit. But no, it's one of those things. Like I believe in everybody. If you have this in here, if you believe that you can do it, if you believe you belong, I will fight for you tooth and nail, no matter what it takes. But how you conquer your demons is up to you. I
Yeah.
can I can lead a horse to water. I can't make them drink. I can give you all the advice in the world. If you don't take it, that's on you. But I can tell you belong. I can tell you deserve a seat at the table. I can sit you right the hell next to me at the damn table. It's up to you whether or not you take that seat.
You're right.
You belong here. And Rachel, I am so damn happy you made it. Because this would be a whole different conversation. If you hadn't made it yet, I'm sure you'd still be in your fucking head going, I don't belong here.
Yep. I'd be all in my feelings. Mm-hmm.
But you belong. You've always belonged. It was just a matter of finding it. Just a matter of figuring out that this is what you want to do. Once you get to that point, it just takes a little bit of drive and determination. Those negative feelings that we all feel, every little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I felt them. Miss Tarver's felt them. Steve's felt them. Ray's felt them. Akira's felt them. Andrea's felt them. I gotta scroll through all my goddamn. Deanna's felt them.
Y'all are all so sweet. Oh my gosh.
Javier, Adriana, all these people. Cyber Panda, my boy Cyber Panda. I guarantee you, he's felt them. Everybody has felt them.
Deanna.
Everybody has felt negativity internally and externally.
Yeah.
The difference is how you handle it. And I'm not gonna lie, I go weeks and months sometimes of being depressed because I'm like, nobody watches my shit. Nobody fucking cares about me. Nobody's sharing anything. And I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't until Andrea came along that I really felt somebody was like, hey, homie, I got you. But I've got other people that do that on Twitter, but on LinkedIn it was like crickets. So it was just one of those things that it takes one person to spark that, to be like, we believe in you, we believe in your mission. And Rachel, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, actually I'm probably not the first because there's a lot of people here to support you, but I'm gonna be one of the ones to fucking tell you I believe in you and everything you're trying to do. Keep it going, keep it growing, and constantly keep learning, because that is what's going to take you far and far beyond what you ever thought you would get to, is just truly believing in yourself, learning, and growing.
And guess what, Derek? I believe in you. I got your back. I believe in your message. I believe in the community that you're building. I didn't really know about you until recently. And then you started popping up in my feed, and I'm like, wow, I totally am. Yes, I see you. I feel that. That's, yeah, we're like one and the same. I feel this, what you're putting out. Totally.
And that's the thing, right? It's all about wanting to feel value. In our industry, let's be honest, we protect some dirty motherfuckers. We really do. We really protect some dirty motherfuckers that we probably shouldn't be protecting, but we're like, we need a paycheck and we really like what we're doing. So we're gonna fucking do it. But at the end of the day, it's not about that. It's about what we bring to those around us. I have seen so many people out there that bring so much positivity, security, and everything else just to the general population. Just to, guess what? And Digital Empress on Instagram sent me, or she didn't send me, she put up a reel about how they can hack, like if you choose to save your login for like different sites. I was like, don't do this to me. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, I got a wife and 5 kids, and I'm pretty damn sure all of them save their logins. Don't do this shit to me, please. It's like, what do you mean? I'm like, no, you don't understand the fucking shit I go through. Don't. I got enough to worry about. And so I look at this, but it's the community. It's everything. Like, there's so much more to the industry than the corporations that we protect. It is the people. It is everybody here, everybody in chat. And look, I'm going to tell you right now, if you are in chat today and not here next week at the same damn time, in the same damn place, we're going to be fighting. Because Bill Eck is my guest next week, and he's finally in chat. Took him long enough, fucker. But I do. I love this because the energy you bring. When I talk to Miss Tarver, when I talk to all these people, is Rachel has motivated me. Rachel has been there for me. Rachel has done these things for me. While at the same time, you're sitting there going, hey, all these exact same damn people that I talk to, they've been there for me. They got my back. They've motivated me. They've kept me. They've done all these things. And so when I look at that, I'm like, this is what it's about. We motivate each other because that negativity is going to keep on coming. And if you go through a good bit of the YouTube shorts I've put out, I've had some negativity. It's taken some other people that are not in the cybersecurity community to stand up for me, but that's okay. I still love y'all. But but I look at it and I'm like, we all have different families. We all have a different way, depending on what you're looking at, depending on what you're doing. But this family right here, the cybersecurity family that we're building, the community that we're building, that is what matters. Because that is what is going to bring us closer together. Because we realize the bullshit that's truly going on because we can see it.
Yep.
Time out. Damn it. He's going to make me say it, and I'm going to say it anyways just because it's for shits and giggles. Kev Tech IT support in the house. We all listen to podcasts for beer. And yes, he said that because every time I say the word podcast, I have to drink, because I do have 2 podcasts out now. Not only Security Happy Hour, but also Walk With Me. So if you haven't listened to Walk With Me, actually, I put out a really good one this past week. Probably should go listen to that. All right, that counts as 3. So you can get bent. I love you. Let's see. We got some shit. All right, so real quick, because we are at, holy shit, almost top of the hour. If you have questions for Rachel, please post them in the chat. I beg of you, because I ain't got much time left. My new project has been sucking away my soul. I am lucky if I even remember who I am by the end of the day, but I will be here even if I have to set an alarm. Steve, no job can take your soul. Your soul belongs to you. So what you're going to do is you're going to tune into all my daily shorts from now on. I promise you I'll give you that motivation to keep going. Or what else you could do is you can hit up Rachel or anybody in chat, and they'll get a hold of you, and they'll make sure you belong. Purple team, I love it. Yes. Which, by the way, security. Now we're showing shirts. All right, I got you. Security happy hour. Pay for the beer, stayed for the conversation. Probably can't see it. I'm a little holy now. There's a bunch of holes in my
Nice.
shirt, but that's okay. But look, my shirt is available on my website, CyberWarriorStudios.com, as you've been seeing scrolling around down the bottom the whole time. Rachel, where can they get that shirt? Because I'm actually kind of curious now.
What, this one?
Yeah, that one.
Black Hills Infosec.
Oh, that's Black Hills. I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I will shout out not only Black Hills Infosec, but Security Star, which you've been following me for any amount of time. I've worn a bunch of her shit. Susan McReynolds puts out amazing swag. I really like mine because it pays me. So we're just gonna go with that. It's only $1.50 that I get from it, but it's okay. Little known quirk about Derek, he has a powerful handshake. I don't mean a strong handshake, but a powerful one. I think the technique is called lion's paw or something. You know what, Sarn AR, you're a little weird. We're gonna let that one go. But anyways, Rachel, and I want you to take as long as possible. You give all these people what some of your greatest hits are for avoiding negativity.
Biggest tips for avoiding negativity. Well, you just have to.
Or silencing it, by the way.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm just going to reiterate what I said earlier, is that it's not a you problem. It has nothing to do with you. It's a them problem. So if they're sending negativity at you, that just must be what they're feeling inside. They're feeling negative. They're feeling low. They're feeling inferior. They're probably feeling that imposter syndrome, and they are projecting onto you. So it has nothing to do with you. Don't take it personally. Just remember who you are, what your goals are, what your dreams are, and build yourself up. And reach out to your fellow warriors, your community, and they'll build you up, like almost all of you in the chat have done for me. And I appreciate you for that, because there were some times when felt like I was falling flat on my face, because it was such a struggle to get my first position. And here I am because you guys kept building me up. I remembered who I was, and I remembered that all the negativity has nothing to do with me.
I absolutely love that, because it is. It's all projection. It really truly is. I love, I know why you're laughing, but not everybody else does, which is great. Andrea might, but we're gonna go with it.
Ray, yes, don't take it personal and have a White Claw. I support that.
Wait, where it is? Look, hey, Ray, we're not going to bring up White Claws. That is why society has declined over the past, I don't know how many years.
Ray,
Actually,
don't tell.
Harambe being killed. It was Harambe. That's where it started. That was the downfall of humanity. White Claw just made it worse. But no, I do. I love that, because it's all projection. Anytime somebody is being negative, being a troll, it's a projection of how they feel about themselves. So you have to take it as what it is. You have to take it from, this isn't me, this is them. And you said it perfectly, Rachel. I couldn't say it any better myself. It's not a you it's not like a you problem, it's a them problem. That is truly what it is. It is all them. And the more we come around to that way of thinking, the more that our depression, our mental issues, our imposter syndrome just come more from the job, more from, okay, I got to figure this out. I got to learn. I got to grow. Not somebody's talking shit. Somebody's feeding me negativity. And dude, Cyber Panda, cheers, brother. Skull, I love you. You're a bang, bang, Panda gang. We got, hey, look, I know you're there. We got to get the rest of the Panda gang back together. Y'all need to come in. But I do. I think it is so much of when we see trolling, when we see the negativity, regardless of the career field, regardless of creator, I've seen it on, so many different YouTube channels of people that legitimately have nothing to say about the content. It's all about the aesthetic or who's doing it. The fuck does that have to do with the content? Are you actually listening and paying attention? And if you're not, then what the fuck do I care what you have to say?
Right.
Truly. Because somebody's going to judge you for the way you look. You're a female or you're gay or you're whatever. They're not going to come after your cybersecurity intelligence or your ability to do the job. And we see that so frequently. So frequently. Because you as a SOC analyst now, we got the jackass who did go after people for, oh shit, no, it was because they were a woman. Hold on, time out.
Yeah.
It was not about their knowledge. That is always the quickest thing people attack, is how someone looks or who they are. And this is what we need to get past. What knowledge you have, that is what's important. The personality you bring to the table is what's important. Not what you look like, not what you do in your own time, not anything else. It is legitimately, can you tell me as an analyst, hey, I just saw 3CX get exploited. Can you tell me what the fuck, how to find that? No. Okay, then we'll talk. We'll have a discussion. We'll figure it out. Have you done research? Shit, I didn't even hear about this exploit yet. Can you tell me? Like, that's a discussion we need to have, not, oh, you're gay. Or, oh, you're a woman.
Right.
Or, oh, you're this. Or, oh, you're that. Or, oh, you're that. Who the fuck cares?
What does that have anything to do with what I know? It has nothing to do
exactly
with my knowledge and my skills and whether I can do the job or not. It's
and
so
that's
silly.
but that's what gets attacked first. When
Right.
they have no leg to stand on, as somebody who has absolutely no leg to stand on in terms of your knowledge and what you know and what you bring to the table, they immediately go for, well, what else can we attack that has absolutely nothing to do with cybersecurity?
Yep.
Hold up, I thought we were here for cybersecurity. Just time out. I thought this is what we were here for. Like, who the fuck cares? I don't care what you believe. I don't care who you are. I care about what's in here. I care about what's in here because that's what's going to drive how much you care about this industry and learning and growth. That's what I care about. I don't care. Look, you can come to me with no camera and I'll be like, all right, let's have a conversation. Let's figure this shit out. Are you telling me my network's compromised? Can you tell me how? Yes. All right, please, homie, my shit's fucked. Can you figure it out for me? Like, that's the conversation we should be having. Yeah. Not, but you do this, person. You look like this. Mm-hmm. You act like this. Who the fuck cares? Who cares? The moment you judge somebody else, but that's where all this negativity comes from, is they are so insecure in what they know, and they have let that imposter syndrome, that self-doubt, everything that, and I'm going to throw them bitches out here right now. The Cyber Queens podcast, if you have not listened to it, please go listen to it after the show, of course. Yep. They did a whole thing on self-doubt and other topics. But that's where it comes from. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in who they are and what they know. So they're going to project that onto you. They're absolutely going to project that onto you. So look, when they project it onto you, come talk to me and let me know who they are, because they're not allowed around here.
Or any of you guys come talk to me, because I got your backs. Yeah, we're in this together. We got this.
Rachel knows how it goes. Tag, you're in. Handle it. But look, all right. So we've done all that. We said all these things. Before I give the final sign off, because, I got a great final sign off. Maybe. Rachel, give yours for everybody that is in the chat right now and everybody that's going to be listening afterwards. Give your final words of wisdom. to all of
My
those.
final words of wisdom? I didn't prepare anything all
You don't need anything prepared. Come
inspirational.
on, you know how this shit goes.
I love all of you guys, and I am so thankful that we're all connected. You guys have lifted me up more than you can even imagine. So thank you for being there for me. And I've got your back. So please reach out to me anytime for any reason. It doesn't matter.
I love it. I love it. Because that's what it's about. It's all about the community. It's all about building us. Because when you want to silence negativity, you build those around you. Now, there was someone, and I can't remember who it was. Oh, wait. Shit. Yes, I do. It was you, Rachel, that talked about that toxic positivity of people lifting you up for no reason or making you feel like you're better than you really are or saying, it'll be okay. I've dealt with a psychologist that did that shit to me. Oh, you've got a wife and 5 kids and you've got a roof over your head and food on the table. You should be doing great. Been there,
Right.
done that, got the t-shirt. Guess what? Depression, being angry, rage, all these feelings hit us even when we know we have it good and we know we have things in line. So, guess what? Around here, we don't do toxic positivity. Around here, we do true positivity where you need a shoulder to cry on. You need someone to vent to. You need someone that's going to help you come up with solutions. We're here for you. But at the same time, when you sit there and tell yourself you can't do it, every single one of us is going to tell you you can fucking do it. Because we are warriors around here. Around here, we don't give up the fight. For all those who are not on Andrea's LinkedIn, please go check out Andrea's because there is someone in her network that is currently fighting cancer. I don't remember his name. Please forgive me, Andrea. I love you, but I don't. And guess what? We're going to imbue him with the warrior spirit. We're going to keep him fighting. He will overcome this shit. This will happen. We are not allowed to give up around here. You are not allowed to quit. For everybody watching this show, you fucking belong. I don't care who you are, what you look like, what you believe. I don't give a damn. You belong here.
Yeah.
Every single one of you. Now, whew, I think that is the most effective rant I've gone on at the end of a show in a while. Otherwise, look, I love you all. Please tune in next week as I have Bill Lack on here. We're going to be talking amazing shit, and it's already planned. So you can go check out the trailer for every other past episode of Security Happy Hour, or you can go buy some amazing merchandise from CyberWarriorStudios.com. You can also support me by looking in the description below on YouTube or every platform and find it all. Otherwise, I love you. You're all my warriors. You're all my family. And if you have not connected with me yet, please do so. I want you on this show. Y'all take care. You'll have a great weekend, a great Freya's Day, and I will see you all next time on Security Happy Hour.